How's your day been?
Pretty good. You know, drove here today from Brighton.
Brighton?
Yeah, from Brighton.
What is that, like an hour away?
That's 2.5 hours, actually.
2.5 hours?
I had bad traffic, by London, so it was a bit long, but yeah. I'm glad I'm here.
I heard your car has a name.
Oh, yes, it does.
What's the name?
My car is my mini Greyhound bus.
The mini Greyhound bus?
Yeah.
What kind of car is it?
It's a Peugeot 107, so it's really...
Aren't they tiny?
It's tiny. It doesn't even have doors for the back. It just has for the front 2 doors, and then I always have the back seats down to just have the room there.
Yeah.
But it looks really small, but I have everything in there for my whole I'm 2 months on tour right now. I have all my clothes. I have a whole PA system in there.
Your life is in the car.
My life is that car right now. Yeah.
And it's a tiny little car.
Yes.
So
yeah.
good.
And
How tall are you?
Oh, I'm we do meters. So
yeah, okay.
I'm 1.77 meters.
Taller than me.
I was busking a bunch during COVID, especially when I couldn't really gig. So I was busking a lot in Germany, and I was saving money for a car.
Yeah.
So I was just playing in my hometown in Oldenburg, and eventually I had saved up enough money and I could buy a small car. And that was the Greyhound, and it just happened to be a small silver car. And usually I'm not so much into silver cars, but I also didn't have the budget to really choose. So I was like, well, and I looked at it and was like, actually, that could be a little Greyhound bus.
Nice.
And then I put the paint on and stuff and the full logo. And so, yeah, I'm really happy with that. And we actually, now we're well over that, but early this year, we made our 40,000 kilometers full together, which is once around the world technically.
That's it.
So I'm really happy with that.
You've been places.
Yeah, man, that car's
so good.
seen stuff. Yeah.
My first car was a hand-me-down. So it was my dad's, then my sister's, then mine. Yeah. And then I think it died.
Oh,
it was some old Honda.
Nice.
It didn't even have a cool name.
It's almost a family member at that point, though, man.
Right, yeah, it's part of the family.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. Cool, because when I heard you were driving a car over here, I asked, did she drive from Germany? Because you can apparently drive from England into Europe and stuff.
Yeah,
Did you drive it from Germany?
Yes, I did. I drove to France and then took the ferry over. So that was the Greyhound's first time on a ferry. Very exciting. No
seasickness. We're good.
No, it seemed like it was fine.
Nice.
But so I was sitting on the ferry. It was 1.5 hours only.
Okay.
So I was sitting on the ferry, had my laptop out, and I was watching videos on driving on the left and rules.
Oh, so in Germany is it the American way?
Yeah, you drive on the right. Yeah. So
nice.
Also technically my car is reversed now compared to the cars here. So yeah. And it was it was my actually my second time driving on the left, but the first time was only 3 days in Ireland.
Okay.
With a rental car, so that barely counts. But so I was watching videos, okay, we got this, but actually it was not that bad.
Did you find it hard to drive in England?
No, it's okay.
That's all right.
Honestly, I find the traffic situation much more relaxed than in Germany.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, German traffic must be crazy.
It is crazy. There's so they talk. Dude, have you heard about the Autobahn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone's
that's where you can go as fast as you want, right?
Yeah, so that's this. I've heard that it's this common stereotype, that the Autobahn is kind of like a racetrack or something.
It's like a free-for-all, people just flying.
Yeah, I've heard that so much now. So technically yes, because we don't have a national speed limit. But in reality, there's a lot of then there's a random speed limit because of fill in the blank.
Right.
And then we also have a lot of construction, especially on the Autobahn. So you got a lot of traffic jam, a lot of slowdowns.
Yeah. So you're not hitting 200 miles an hour the whole time.
For very short bursts, you could, but it's not really even worth it to speed up mostly. So
yeah, that's fair
unfortunately,
enough.
But
could the mini Greyhound get to 200 miles an hour? Or do y'all do kilometers an
I've
hour?
not tried it. Oh yeah, you do miles, but yeah, we do kilometer per hour.
Nice.
So, but yeah, like I think I didn't go above 150 so far, and I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't
need to
push
go
it.
quicker than that.
Yeah.
I was driving in France, and I quickly discovered that the French speed limit was in kilometers an hour.
Yeah, yeah.
So when I saw like 90 on a speed limit, I was like, I can go 90 miles an hour, whipping down like the south of France.
Wow. Yeah.
Got pulled over, and a really nice French police officer who luckily could
Awesome.
speak English.
Yeah.
When he saw my American driver's license, he was just like, I'm not going to give you a ticket. Just don't go that fast.
You're lucky.
Yeah, shout out to that man.
You had the American
If you're
excuse.
watching, French cop, thank you. Saved me. I was on a photo shoot. That would have been awkward.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. I also actually that's something I just didn't consider, that you have miles per hour here
Yeah.
too. I knew that about America. I didn't think about that here.
Yeah.
So it took me a bit to get used to.
I hope it's miles an hour here. I've been driving that way for like 5 years.
It should be.
If not, this is awkward.
Yeah.
So we should probably talk about your music. The
probably
reason
should.
why
Yes.
you're in the country cafe.
Yeah.
So tell me about it. When did you start music?
Oh, so I started playing the fiddle when I was 8 years old.
Fiddle,
Yeah.
nice.
So my grandpa played violin, and so I saw him play, and I wanted to play an instrument in general, and I think that was just kind of my first inspiration. So I started
Okay, yeah.
playing, and I was classically trained at first because you can't really find a fiddle teacher
Right.
in Germany, you know. But it's fine, you know. And then so I was playing, and I remember one day my dad put on a CD, which was a Dixie Chicks live
Dixie
CD.
Chicks, yeah.
Yeah.
Also known as now the Chicks.
I know yeah, I can't get used to it.
Yeah,
Like, I grew up on
yeah.
Dixie Chicks, so yeah. But so I heard that CD. I was like 9 or 10 years old, and I was just hooked. I was like, oh my God, like
Nice.
this is the best music I've ever heard, and especially like with the fiddle and the harmonies. And so I remember that kind of as the moment where I was just like, that's what I want to do, like with my life. And,
Yeah.
And I never changed after that. So.
So that's when you found the love for country music, straight out of the gate.
Yeah, I mean, that's when I think that was like really a moment where something clicked.
Yeah.
But I grew up with country music in general because my
Nice.
parents love country music, which I feel really lucky that they do, because in Germany there's not really a country music scene, or
Oh, okay.
you know, there's a lot of line dancers and stuff,
Okay, yeah.
but it's not like an authentic country music scene in that sense. So yeah, but I grew up with it, like, you know, in the car, in the living room, anytime they would like just be playing country music. And my dad also is in a country band.
Oh, nice.
So he plays guitar. He's actually a drummer, but now he plays more guitar and sings. So yeah, and pretty much that was very early on then my goal to
Nice.
just do that. And I started singing and playing guitar a bit later. Which was actually when I was in the school musical. We
Okay.
had like, so every year they would like make a musical, and at the end of the year they would have like the show.
The big performance.
Big performance. And so the first year where they did that was kind of relaxed, and anyone could get in, and everyone was amateurs and stuff. So I joined, and then for the performance, like I was not a trained singer by then. I just sang.
You just sang.
Just
Yeah,
sang.
yeah, yeah.
So I was not good, but it was
I
just,
don't believe you weren't good. I heard you a minute ago.
well, thank you. I was probably not terrible, but you know, it's,
The nicest way of saying I'm freaking great. I probably wasn't
oh, but
terrible.
you know, no, at 12, you know, you don't want to compare that
Yeah,
to
that's
now.
fair enough.
So, but yeah, so I was on stage there, and I really loved singing on stage as well, because
Yeah.
so far I had only been playing violin on stage.
Right, yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is really great. I like using my voice. You
Yeah.
know? And so then the next year I wanted to get in again for the next musical, and then it was got a bit more strict, and they were like, oh, we're auditioning now.
Oh, shoot.
And so I was like, for a whole week I was practicing these songs really hard, and like and then I went to the audition, and I didn't get in, and I was so disappointed.
That voice didn't get in.
I didn't get in. Yeah, they were just like, no, like you're
Germany,
not really.
what are you doing? What are you
Right.
doing?
Yeah, so, and pretty much then I made the decision. I was like, all right, I'm going to practice every day for a year,
Okay.
for hours, and next year I'm going to like get exactly the role that I want.
That's it.
And I did that, and it was like really for the whole
It
year.
happened.
And it happened.
You manifested that.
Yes, I did.
You go,
yeah,
girl.
Yeah.
That's
so,
what I'm talking about.
And so after then I was 13, I came back. It was
Okay.
my comeback.
Yeah, the comeback tour. Here we go.
Yeah, we were actually doing Hairspray that year.
Woo! Great play.
Super
Great
fun.
musical.
So, and I got to play that bitch character, Amber.
You were the bad guy.
Yes, yeah, and I wanted to be that because like I knew that was the most unexpected for me to be her. And everyone was like you're not even blonde, like you really don't seem like you should, play that role. And then I did the audition and I got it, and it was really fun. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I loved it.
Is there footage out there somewhere?
Yeah, there's somewhere. I think on my brother's phone or something.
All right, Callie, contact the brother, get the footage, and enter it right here. Because we need to see Ayla. Hey, everybody. Sorry, we just started jabbering. Welcome to the first episode of Blue Moon Sessions at the Country Café. And our lovely guest, Ayla Schofield, is who I've been talking to for probably like 15 minutes now. We had a sip of beer, we got excited, and apparently Americans are loud. I wouldn't have guessed that. But yeah, I'm gonna have a sip.
Oh yeah, me too. Cheers.
Cheers, Ayla. Welcome to England.
Thank you.
Was that loud? Sorry. I feel like I'm a camera person's worst nightmare. Sorry. So how long have you been in England?
Now only for 2 weeks, actually.
2 weeks. How many shows have you done?
4 so far.
Dang, staying busy.
Yeah.
And so you were in Brighton before here. Mm-hmm. Where is after here?
After here, I'm in Wales.
What, dang, are you driving all the way?
Yeah.
This car is traveling the world.
It is.
That's cool.
It's almost 20 years old. It's seeing stuff.
It's seeing everything. Do you have its own passport, like stamp in every country you go to?
Oh, I would love that. That's actually such a great idea.
You need to start that.
Yeah,
in
you're
the
right.
glove box, a little passport
You're right,
stamp.
actually. Thanks for that idea, man.
Yeah. I'll invoice you later. It's cool. So you played the fiddle. When did you find the guitar?
The guitar came like with the singing pretty much because like as soon as I started singing, I also wanted to be able to accompany myself.
Yeah.
And also to write songs. So like I started writing my first songs at like 12.
Me too.
And
not really. I'm not that cool.
I'm sure you wrote a couple. Probably didn't even know. You were just singing them.
Yeah,
right
but I
there,
can't probably
them.
repeat those in public. They're
Probably.
usually quite rude.
That's all right. But yeah, so that's when I picked up the guitar. Guitar for me is just like self-taught. Like, I had one, and so yeah, that's also the thing. Like I started, I was playing the violin right-handed.
Okay.
I'm left-handed. Like I write with the left hand.
Okay.
But so everyone told me when I was a kid, like, hey, play normal, it's better. So I did that. But then when I started playing guitar, I decided to play left-handed. So now I'm lefty guitar and right-handed fiddle, which is a bit odd, I guess.
So you're like an ambidextrous musician. You can play both hands.
Yeah.
I just now noticed it is a left-handed guitar.
True.
When did you get your cowboy boots? See, now that's an important question for me.
Yeah, that is an important question. I think my first pair I got at 16, I guess. And I still have those. And then this was my second pair, but just 1 year later. So 17.
How old are you now?
23.
So young.
Yeah, right.
So full of life. I was 23 9 years ago.
No way.
I'm 32. I'm old.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Life's been long for you, yeah.
Oh, I've seen things. My knees are 90. My hips 104. And my brain is probably like 12, 13.
Keep it fresh up there, yeah.
Yeah. Just keep it real immature.
Yeah.
So, you said off camera, before we started rolling.
Yeah.
Your boyfriend's American.
Yeah.
How did you meet a boyfriend that's American?
Oh, that's such a good question. So I was right when like the COVID rules started like loosening
Yeah.
up. I started traveling in Europe quite a bit, and so my first tour or like trip was to Greece,
Okay.
Crete, and I ended up like actually spending 8 months there.
Dang.
Yeah. So there was like this Irish pub, and they were like looking for musicians to come and play.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, I'll just start there.
Yeah.
And so I was in this Irish pub, and things kind of turned out a bit different than expected. Like he was like, yeah, there's going to be like other musicians and jam sessions, and but I got there in March, and that was before like the season started.
Okay.
So it was really dead.
Right.
It was like cold, actually, also unexpectedly cold. But but I was still like playing in the pub, and so one day, which I think was just like 1 week in, this guy walked into the pub, and we started talking about music. Turned out he was from California, and we just had a really good time chatting about music because he makes music as well.
Nice.
He's more coming from like the hip hop side of things.
Oh.
So yeah, he's of color, and like we're doing freestyle hip hop and stuff. And then actually we linked up there to like for some jam sessions, and
Sick.
we were kind of mixing it up between country and hip hop, which was really
cool.
really fun. I definitely like have been like diving into a couple new genres since then.
Yeah.
And so from there, like we really put together like a program, and we became the duo Boots and Dreads.
Sick.
So it was so fun. Like we still do that like occasionally. Gigs as Boots and Dreads. So, and we were like touring the island pretty much for like a couple months.
Yeah.
And like playing different places. There was also farmers market, which was quite fun. So farmers market that was like traveling around different cities, and that always attracted a lot of tourists. And so we were mostly setting up on those markets and like busking, but it was kind of better than just random busking. Was like really
organized busking.
Organized busking, you could say.
Nice.
Yes. So we did that, and and that's kind of how we like became a team first as musicians.
Very cool.
And then we kind of kept traveling together, and we moved to Montenegro and stuff, and then had also quite a few like long distance episodes here and there.
Okay.
So, for example, right now, since I'm on tour here on my own, but
So is he in California right now?
No, right now, very random. He's in Tunisia on a short-term job.
Okay.
He's a teacher. So,
cool.
Yeah, he's We were spending the past year in Germany together, and
nice.
And so, but we were watching Yellowstone for like the past couple months.
Yeah.
Got super hooked, and so then he decided, because he's not been in America for a while now, but he decided to like go back.
Yeah.
And so he was just applying to a bunch of different jobs. And then he also applied to a job in Idaho, which is actually right next to, like, half an hour from where they shot Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And he ended up now getting the job there. So he'll be going there. I'll probably also be there, like, on and off.
Yeah.
A couple months there, a couple months back here. So.
Oh, that'll be cool.
I imagine, yes.
If you can get your car to America, it needs to see America.
I feel like, I should probably like go there on a ship with my car.
A 2-week trip across the Atlantic Ocean.
I mean, I can always keep myself busy on a ship as long as I have my guitar. So.
That's true.
Yeah.
Just give everybody a free concert.
Yeah.
And have a good time.
I mean, there's always these cruise ships hiring musicians. Maybe I should just get
true.
on one of those cruise
they
ships.
Can hire you. They can hire
cool.
the guitar.
They can transport my car.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's a dream.
That'd be a dream, actually. Yeah.
So before we wrap it up, are there any shameless self-promotion time? What do you have coming up? Where can people find you?
Well, people can find me anywhere, like all the socials. Ayla Schofield, SCH. It's important. Other people sometimes think SC, but it's SCHO, Schofield. Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. You find my music anywhere, Spotify, Apple Music, all like the streaming platforms. Right now, I'm also selling a CD and also really cool like guitar-shaped USB stick with my music on it.
Oh,
really
that's
cool.
sick.
Yeah. and I have a journal that I made. It's like a song journal with like pictures and song lyrics and like the stories behind the songs.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah.
So my current EP is called Little Big Journey,
Okay.
and so that's like my little big journal.
Nice.
So, which actually, I grew up in the countryside of Germany, and like our property, it's not really a ranch, like if you go by American standards,
Right.
but it's a bit bigger, and so we had 2 horses and chickens and all kinds of stuff. Like we have cats and on and off, actually different animals coming and going over the years, but
full on farm got running.
yeah. So and we always called that the Little Big Ranch.
Nice.
And so we kind of like putting Little Big in front of stuff now because it's kind of our brand,
That's
like
cool.
our family brand, you could say.
The brand found you.
Yes.
Really cool.
So that's why also my first EP is called Little Big Journey.
That's awesome.
And so that's out, and CDs and stuff available on my tour. And I guess that's
Will you have CDs tomorrow?
Yes.
Here at the Country Cafe?
Oh yes, yeah.
Cool.
Make sure
If
to
you're
grab
watching
some.
this, buy a CD. Can you buy the Little Big Journal?
Yes, you can.
You can buy that too. I'm getting one. That's awesome.
You can also buy the cool USB stick.
And the USB sticks. I'm talking to you.
And keep in mind, you can actually use that as a USB stick. Like you can also put the music on like your device and then use it just as a USB stick. It's really nice. So
She's thought this through.
just saying.
Well, I think that's all my questions. I could just keep talking all day.
Yeah, same here. Same
Yeah,
here.
but I'm hungry. I'm ready for dinner, so sorry. Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you, and I'll see you tomorrow night at the show.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited. Yeah, for sure.
Sweet. Great to meet you,
Thanks for
ma'am.
the chat. Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.